Heck yeah, dude.
It's
Heck yeah.
time.
It's time. We are here again. Dude, happy Thursday, bro.
Hump day. Wait, no, it's Wednesday, huh? What's Thursdays? Thirsty Thursdays.
It is Thirsty Thursdays.
Man, cheers.
Yeah, cheers. Cheers, man. I got my coffee. You got your monster, I'm assuming.
My caffeine, my original
Nice,
caffeine.
nice.
Oh, let me post this on the
Post it up.
Instagram.
Post it up. Oh my goodness.
Who's in
Thirsty
here?
Thursdays.
Oh yeah, it's Alf.
Dude, I got to tell
It's
you a
Alf.
couple things that I acquired this week. Um that I'm stoked on.
Like
Um
PC or
more like I would say investment type stuff. Um,
mm.
we've seen the effects of, um, and we've talked about it quite a bit. The effects of Tops making what I think to be a very poor decision of dropping two expensive sets back to back. Right. So we've got Smugglers and we've got Masterwork back to back. They're great sets. The glaring weakness of the whole thing is the strategy of the releases.
hmm
Um, they were not. I don't think that they planned them very well, and we're seeing the effects economically on the Star Wars collecting space. You know, you've mentioned and you've had a pulse on like the TCG space and the other kind of categories of collecting, and they're fine. They're normal,
Yeah, booming. I would say.
booming.
Yeah.
And you haven't been able to even run a Star Wars stream.
No, no. So I'm on day 5 of absolutely zero sales. Well, I'm lying. I did have one sale today, but it was more of like a homie thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me throw you a bone kind of
Yeah.
situation. But yeah,
Right.
I'm on day 5, zero sales, about 7 hours total of streaming, which is not a bad thing, but relative to what I'm usually doing, it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So is it a normal thing to get on whatnot and kind of experience that? Most likely than not, yes. But for my channel, I've been, what's the
Right.
word? Uh I've been lucky, or I'm trying. It's the most simple fucking word. Whatever. I'm lucky enough to be able to make money on my channel, and
Right.
right now we're not making any money. So it's
Right.
it's a
Yeah.
little. Well, okay, we are making money, just not in Star Wars.
Right.
Is my point.
Right.
And like
Right.
you said, I do also believe it's directly. It's not because Star Wars sucks or Star Wars is falling off or because people don't like Star Wars or people don't want to buy it. This is There's nothing to buy,
Hmm.
and the stuff there is to buy. Personally, me Masterwork, I don't care for it. I love the set, and when I say I don't care for it, I don't mean that in a negative way. It's
Hmm.
just more work for me to have it. Thicker
Hmm.
cards doesn't fit a binder. I have to buy different that mags displaying it. It's just a whole different game for me.
Hmm.
At the end of the day, I'm after the sketches, or if
Yeah.
even that, some sick ass wood autos. There's a lot of cool stuff to hunt in there, but it's all
Yep.
high end. Anything I want in that set's a thousand
Hmm.
dollar card.
Exactly. Yep.
So
Yep.
there's
Yeah. I
nothing
mean,
full inserts that I can. I'm a big insert guy.
hmm.
That's why the reflections I gravitated towards reflections heavily, but I have an
Yep.
insert binder, and that's my thing. Because anytime
Yeah.
there's a chrome set or any kind of set that has an insert set in it, I have a binder ever since I started collecting Star Wars that have full sets of inserts from. I think the first set I started was 23 chrome. So from 23 chrome on, I have full insert sets. That's kind of my thing that I keep to myself. I don't really show off too often or tell people about, but I get a kick every few weeks picking up the binder and just flipping through
Yeah.
full pages of the inserts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do that with the Galaxy sets. I like collecting full sets of things, just the base cards if the set is good.
Yeah.
And putting that together. And I actually have been putting together some Marvel stuff as well because I like the comic book stuff. Like I just opened a box that I was really impressed with of dude, this Skybox Masterpieces set. Um, bro, this stuff is really cool. This is Ghost Rider.
Oh, dude, I love Ghost Rider.
This set is in the base cards. It's like Galaxy, but
Where every
Marvel.
pack is a hit, basically.
Well, pretty much. Like
Yeah.
I opened this box and all the base cards are really cool. Like this Gambit is insane. I got really excited. I was like, I gotta buy some more of these and have them on the stream.
Channing Tatum.
Yeah, this is Channing Tatum. Um, but this is all like art from like 1992. But yeah, like this Storm card was really cool. It was like all the refractors and like this is a comic cover variation. I was like, that's super sick. They have like canvas variations. Um, I know this isn't Star Wars, but I just got psyched because I was like, "Ooh, that's a fun box. Let's rip that." Because I was,
Yeah.
when I buy from Dave and Adams, I get some, gifts or whatever. Purple Atomic Daredevil, like
Ooh.
these were all in a blaster, dude.
That's sick.
And then, dude, look at wait, where is it? There was an acetate card. There it is. There was an acetate variation, so they all have all these different variations. Um, and then this one, my wife is gonna get mad about probably, but this is a lenticular.
Dude, it's hot.
I know that's too hot for this stream, but anyway, that was one blaster box, and I was like, bro, that was like the value was in that box, like
Yeah.
that, and even the base cards. Like I want to put together this and just like binder all these because they're so good. They're like Galaxy but
Yeah.
Marvel. So yeah, probably gonna have those in the shop later just for funsies, because they're just a good rip. But bringing it back to like kind of investing and thinking about what is happening, I'm kind of getting my uh, hands into some different stuff that you might not see or haven't seen or don't see very much of. So one of the things I I bought this on eBay because somebody was like, "Hey, there's this company that's doing cut autographs, but they do like custom cards with cut autographs, and it's like really nice, like really high end stuff. So you can take an autograph out of a space that you like never see, like Qui-Gon Jinn, for example. If you could track down a Liam Neeson autograph, we could put, you could reach out to them and we could put together a Qui-Gon autograph card. And it's not, stuff is nice. So I looked into it and I was like, oh man, that's so cool. And then I realized he put a bug in my ear and he was like, Ray Stevenson signed for Marvel, right? And
Mm.
I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, look it up. This is the year he signed for this set, and he was a character in one of the Thor movies. And I was like, whoa. So I looked it up right away, found one that was slabbed up in a 7, and it was like 80 or $90. And I just like, I bought it off eBay because I was like,
Nice.
I'm gonna put together a Balin and Shin dual autograph, maybe a sketchograph, maybe an oversized sketchograph dual autograph, Balin
Yeah.
and Shin, with that. But I'm gonna try to reach out to this Reclaim company who does these like high end custom autograph situations, and I'm gonna see if they'll work with me to create this. So yeah,
Damn.
yeah. I was like, so stuff like that is like kind of, really, really niche, but like really desirable, really hard to find, like one of a kind type stuff. Um, yeah,
Yeah, that's sick. That's actually a really good idea.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a Ray Stevenson autograph on the way. Yes.
Nice.
And it's
Nice.
not, I get really excited about not necessarily owning my own stuff, but like getting stuff and doing things with it because it's all to me a part of like my experiential portfolio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a
Yeah,
creator.
exactly.
So, um,
And
and
is it
with
in yet?
that, it's not in
The
yet.
Oh, okay. Damn.
It's not in yet. It's on the way. Let's see if I have a picture of it here. Um, Yeah, I was really excited to do that. I was like, whoa. And I woke up this morning and the first thing I was thinking about was dual autograph. Like I'll buy like a cheaper, I'll find like a cheaper sticker autograph Shin,
Yeah,
and I'll use it as fodder for this project.
fodder,
Um, yeah,
bantha fodder.
I could have her sign on it directly, in
Uh huh.
person, but I want it to match because since his is on a sticker, I think I want hers to be stickered as well. So, um, yeah, let's see if I can pull it up here. Or purchases. Yeah, here it is. Can I view the details? There we go. I got a screenshot while I'm pulling it. There we go. Yeah, it's a it's a funny card, bro. It's a funny card. But I didn't even know it existed. So yeah, you can see it really well actually. There he is. Ray Stevenson. Such a
That's gonna
funny
look
card.
so cool.
But right? Yeah, it's such a good autograph. It's like all it's all there, man. Yeah,
Get my back.
you're back.
Okay, damn, that's so sick.
Isn't it though? Yeah, this it just it was all there, I was like, yeah, I'm getting that. And because it was slabbed up in a 7, I was able to get it for a reasonable price, you know? It was
I
cheaper
feel
than
like
the
that's
other
that's a
ones.
steal.
It's
That's a steal.
it's a still. What did I pay for it? Here, let's see. I'll tell you guys what I paid for it. Again, this is like an investment for me.
Yeah,
So it was listed for $86. I offered 79 and got it. So plus tax and shipping, whatever it ended up being.
you still offered on the
Yeah,
good deal.
yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, because I figured it would take care of the tax. You know,
Yeah,
84.77 is what I got it for total with tax and shipping. So yeah, happy
that's
little
actually
grab.
insane.
Happy little grab right there, dude. Yeah,
That's a great grab.
yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that, Ray Stevenson. We're gonna bring him into Star Wars as with an autograph. So
Rest in
yeah,
peace. Yep.
R.I.P. to the absolute legend. I mean, his contributions to Star Wars, I don't think can be spoken about enough. Like Gar Saxon in the Clone Wars and um, Rebels, I believe, as well. And then I'll never bow to you, girl. Like he's just the voice is so good. And then coming in as Balin, it's just such an epic character. So I want to do it some justice.
Yeah,
Um,
nice.
So, and then that kind of segues into some other stuff. Like, I'm investing in autographs right now to do more sketchograph series through the stream, reaching out to artists, getting them involved. My list is really big already. Yeah, I told you my list, and it's like, what was it, like 40? Wasn't it like 40 cards?
Yeah,
So we need to come up with like at least 10 artists. You
that's
know,
you're talking about. Yeah, and you're talking about the artists that we all know and love from Star
mm-hmm.
Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to actually kind of poll the audience and see what are some artists that you guys want to see in the next set. Because I know it was received really well. We ran the first series. There were 10 cards. There were 5 different artists. We each did 2. It was me, Stefan Leonardi. It was Cyrus Sheerkat. It was um, Michael Mastermaker. And Frick, who's the other one? Why am I blanking? Steph, me, Michael, Cyrus, and bro, why am I have to look this up? How embarrassing. How embarrassing.
What about
Shoot.
Andrew
But I'm
Fry?
okay. I could reach out to Andrew.
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
nice.
Andrew would be cool. Oh my gosh, James Harris, the illustrious Jinja Ninja, man. Yeah, duh. So with it being like a 10-piece list, like I can reach out to the same artists. I think everyone did amazing. Um, I could still hold it to two per artist and do more different artists,
Yeah.
which will be harder for me to do because I have to. That's more communication. That's like more sending and
Logistics.
logistics. So
Yeah.
ideally, it would be four per. I'm gonna send four to each artist. We do 10 artists.
So including you or nine
Yeah,
artists then?
yeah. So it would be including me. So nine artists. So I would do four of them, and then I would have nine others. So I'd love to get some ideas, obviously from you, but also from whoever might be in the chat and who might be interested uh, in this next wave. But it's going to be at minimum two different sets. We're going to do an animated set and a live action set,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just going to be either bigger sets to get more people involved, which is what I'm leaning towards. We could also piece it down and do four different smaller, like eight or nine for each, or 10 of each. So, because I have
Yeah.
like a really big list this time around. So,
Nice.
but yeah, Andrew
Yeah.
Fry. I'm gonna make a list right now.
Yeah. We'll see if the chat is awake right now. Wants to start getting names. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, we can always ask the question later in the stream again.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add.
And out
I
of the
don't.
40 cards, how many of them are unique characters, you would say?
Okay, so that's
And
a
I
good
know
question.
half is live and half is animated. So how is
It's about how it breaks. Yeah, there's
uh,
a few more live actions than animateds, but like you're talking about like stuff we haven't seen before.
no, like how many out of the 40 cards, it's like 12 unique characters. Like how many unique characters?
Oh
It
yeah.
doesn't matter what version they are, name
Let's
wise. Like if you
see.
made a checklist.
Yeah. So I have the checklist right in front of me right now. There are 22 in the live action that are all different characters.
Hmm.
Now, some of them are the same actor. So
Oh,
there's
like
like,
tomorrow.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Tamira Morrison plays Boba Fett or Jango Fett. That would be two different characters, same signer. I have that going on a couple of times, and then I have one that's two. It's the same character but two different actors. So I have that here too. So it's happening a little bit. So 21 unique characters in the live action with one, two, three actors showing up twice as different characters. So pretty diverse, like a lot of different things
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
sick.
Yeah.
That's sick. That's sick.
And then in terms of animated, we're seeing the same character show up two different times in different versions. We're seeing two actors showing up as two different characters. So, and I don't want to give it away, but because I want it to be more of a surprise. Also, like
Mm-hmm.
just in case something goes wrong, because this is the plan, but I don't have all of it yet. I have some of it, but not all of it. So wait a minute. Actually, no. There's three actors, so three different actors playing two different characters each.
Okay.
So
So then, how many? So I guess a better question would be how many unique signers you got?
how many unique signers? One, two, three, four,
Yo, to
5,
tech it.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 for animated, 14 unique signers. And
Herc.
20 unique signers for live action.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So there's like 34.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh crap!
Yeah. And
Oh,
the
that's a
things,
okay.
yeah.
That's diverse. Yeah.
Uh-huh. really
Damn.
diverse, a lot of different opportunity, and I can guarantee that people are going to want the things that you might see one like you could think in your head like what actors out there have played two really cool characters, you know? We're going to
Yeah.
see like that are desirable, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So otherwise I wouldn't waste my time on it. If I didn't think it was cool,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even waste my time doing it. So,
Yeah.
um
So for
mhm,
those of you who just showed up, where our view count has doubled in the last like 3 minutes. Jungle is going over his next sketchograph release. So if you guys have any specific artists you want to see, uh, I guess a part of the set, say in the chat because that's what we're pretty much trying to do. He's essentially going to get your guys' top 9 artists and reach out to them and see if they are willing to be a part of this project. And last time, I mean, everyone seemed to be down to do it. So I see no problem in getting this one done. So if you guys have any
mhm.
specific artists, just go throw them in the chat. If not, we'll probably ask again at the end when we open up the floor.
Yeah, these are going to
But
be really big too. Like we've got we were kind of going over the list. There's uh let's just go. I'm not going to say any specifics cuz I want to keep it a secret for now, but we have 17 cards, 18 cards for animated right now, 18 animated cards. We have live action, we have 22.
damn,
So 40 cards across two different sets right now. So we have a lot of room right here for artists to jump in and be a part of this. I will probably ask some of the same artists that have worked in the past, but I want to get people's feedback for some of the other ones. Because it's like I asked 4 different artists last time, and then obviously I was included in it. Oh yeah, Gabe is great. He would be a great one, dude. I've been enjoying his work. That's a great one. Yeah, let me write this down. I'm gonna just be taking some notes here. Love it. Let's throw Gabe in. Gabe's a perfect one because he's not as well known. He's a whatnotter. He's a breaker, and it would be a good opportunity for him to make a little extra money and get into a set here. Um. So right now, so I would ask James again. James Harris. He nailed it. He killed it. Everybody killed it. I mean, I would ask Cyrus again. Michael again, especially for certain things. We've got a little more diversity here in terms of our list. And then Stefan, of course. But that leaves we need one, two, three, and then of course myself. One, two, three, four, five, six. So we're looking for four more. Looking for four more, and I'm down to like
he said KS Geekman, Geekman,
Geekman, yeah, Ben Abusada,
Geekman, Kevin Nelson, Ben Abusada, Frank Kadar. You don't got sketch foil, black foil money, Ben.
Frank Kadar. Well, some of these guys um might do it. Frank could be a good one. He's it
No,
all
yeah, he'll do it for you,
depends.
but Ben doesn't have black foil money. If you know, you
Yeah.
know.
Kevin now Spidey Kev, dude. Spidey Kev. He's great. One, two, three, four. And like before he stops doing sketches, what do you mean?
Wait, what do you mean?
Or are you talking about Kevin Graham?
Yeah, Herc's probably confusing people.
Because Kevin Graham is
Oh,
the one who had the stroke recently.
explains it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, he came into my stream. I
that's
think we
right.
talked about
Yes,
this.
yeah,
We talked about this last week. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He's been doing better though. He's been doing better. So thank God for that, dude. So he had a really emotional post where the Star Wars the Fanatics art group sent him uh sent him a care package, just like balloons and an edible arrangement and some stuff like that. So that actually speaks to what I've said about the artist group over Fanatics. Like I think they're really solid. They really listen and care about people. It's the bigger entities that they're at the mercy of that they struggle with, and we struggle with too. So um they're just kind of like us, you know. So Kevin Nelson, he's going to stop doing sketches to start doing tattoos. Spidey Kev? All right, I'll ask him. I'll ask him.
Yeah.
I'll
So if you guys
I'll
think of
ask
any other
him.
artists, I suggested Fry.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna add Fry on there.
Yeah. And
Andrew, that'd be
then
a fun like style switch up too. And I would probably ask him to do like one
what
of
about
his more.
Stefan?
Yeah,
Stefan.
he's staying on the list. He's gonna get asked again.
Okay, cool.
He's on the list. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 artists right there. That's 10 artists right there. And then any backups, we need just like a couple backups just in case. I was thinking of I don't know if he would. I don't know what his commissions or anything look like, but I was thinking about Nick Gribben.
Mm.
I could throw him on there.
Not to be that guy, but are there any girls on the list?
Oh, there's no girls on the list. Yeah, you've got a really strong point with that.
Not to, and it's not for that point. I was just thinking of some of the
No, that's a great idea. That's a
like Sarah. Is it Semra or Sarah?
Simra's
Bullet.
really good. Simra Bullet. That's
Yeah.
Simra. She's excellent. I just don't have any. Now Jessica, Legend of Jessica. She's somebody that I might ask. Let's get some female artists in here. Yeah, let's just throw out a few of those. Simra. I have one of hers there.
Sam, Alf's wife. Kevin isn't part of Tops anymore. Ooh,
Kevin Nelson.
I don't know. Not too sure. I'm not too sure what the Tops artist politics are.
I'm not sure what they are either, to be honest. I want them to be like, they need to be well known. Like,
I would suggest Tracy, but
she's
I
weird.
already know she's
Not in a bad way. She's tied up in licensing. She's tied up in.
She's like a legit Star Wars artist.
She's
it's hard
tied
for
up
her to
in
do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So who else we got? I'll throw Lindsay on there. I'll throw Sarah on there. Or not Sarah, Simra. You got me saying Sarah, dude. Come on. You ruined my English. Jessica. Legend of Jessica. You know who I like too that I could reach out to is oh my gosh, what's her name? Doing it again. The Alzheimer's is kicking in again. It's Ash. What's the rest of her name? Ash M. You know what I'm talking about? I love her style, man. She kills it.
Oh, what's that
Like,
one sketch I have? Yeah. Oh shit.
I'm definitely inviting her. I'm just gonna show y'all my utilities here. I'm definitely asking Ash, dude. She'll do it, no doubt. She'll easy do it, right?
Marcia? What about Die?
Die might have licensing stuff. Look at how good Ash is, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Ash, bro. She's also like small town artist and nerd, Star Wars fan. She's Canadian.
I think Marsh. I think he's talking about Marsh, right?
Ashley Marsh.
Is it?
That's not Ashley Marsh, no.
Oh.
Ashley Marsh is a black foil artist. She's crazy. She does oil paintings. I don't have a
Mhm.
relationship with some of these artists. That's another thing too, is like I'm going off of relationships with artists that I've asked already. Like I had connections and have had connections to some of these others that I've asked, which is why they easily said yes and it just worked. Um, Now that they've done those, I can reach out and try to broaden my bubble of people that I'm asking to do this. So it also helps that I'm paying more than tops per sketch. So yeah, there's that. But Ash, no, I mean no shade to the opportunity to get to do that, but there's the humble creative part of me that's like, oh man, I'm so grateful and I'm so happy to be able to have this ability and to work into this space. Um, and then there's my business brain that's like, why are you doing that? That's stupid. You're not getting paid. Like, like, you know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
there's kind of the yeah, I have a bit of a duality of a personality where I've got this creative me that's very flexible, and then I've got this business brained me that like is very strict and pretty mean. you know, like so I got to keep the balance, but um yeah, I think people should get paid for their skills. I think people should get paid for their work. It's I think it's a travesty, that people don't get paid that much for work that not everyone can do, you know?
Yeah.
So it's not just like anyone can sit down. I personally don't think that just anyone can sit down and learn how to be the level of artist that we see in Star
No.
Wars sets. It's not a thing. You have to have a level of talent and gift, you know? So yeah. But so those are coming. I'm going to ask them. I appreciate you guys' feedback on letting us know some of these artists. I've got a pretty solid list now. We've got Gabe, we've got James Harris, Cyrus Shercat, Michael Mastermaker, Stefan Leonardi. We've got Ben Abusada, Frank Kadar, Kevin Nelson, Andrew Fry, Nick Gribben, Simra Bullet, Candice Daly, I threw on there, Jessica Van Duzen, and Ash M. So yeah, that's a good list, and I'll probably go through, and not everyone will make the cut this time, for one reason or another. I'm just going to try to balance the list, but um, open to asking other people in the future. So,
Are you getting the card signed first or the art done first?
so it's easier for me to get the cards signed first, just because of the logistics of the year. Like, if because the reality is,
That
if
kind of locks it in, right? You don't kind of have to. Yeah, you're not wasting time doing the work, and the next thing you know, they cancel that con.
that's exactly
Yeah,
right. Yes, yes. So now there are some actors who will refuse to sign a blank card.
that's what
It's
my
there.
next question was. Yeah,
There's only a few, and now I kind of know who they are. It's usually higher profile people, but as of right now, it's only Ian that I know of, and I assume Mark Hamill will
and
also be
and
in that boat.
Anthony Daniels.
Anthony's the same boat. Okay,
He does
good to
not.
know.
He says no to more things than anybody.
Yeah.
He's very picky on what he signs.
What all has he said no to that you know about?
Blank sketches, just blank pieces of paper.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah.
which makes
Um,
sense.
yeah. There's that whole goldenrod situation. I think they're
Well,
trying to
yeah,
avoid. Yeah.
that
Well,
that
no,
makes
because
perfect sense.
there's way. No, I'm not saying because of that specific card. I'm saying there's ways to kind of
Yeah,
trick him into signing that. So I think they're just super like we're not
yeah,
taking it. Because dude,
yeah.
let's be real. If that card ever gets signed and gets put into circulation, it's gonna be a very expensive and bad look for
Hmm.
them. It's
Yeah,
gonna be an expensive card and a
yeah,
very bad look for him as a signer because they're gonna
yeah.
literally it's gonna make it seem like he's just out here signing signing shit.
Signing goldenrods, yeah. And we don't. Yeah, I wouldn't want that either. Like,
I thought about being that guy to try to do it, but then I also would be that guy
yeah,
that did it and
yeah,
would probably be hated for it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like so,
yeah, yeah. It
yeah.
makes sense to let that dog lie, but yeah,
Well, it's just that there's a level of respect I still have. The older I
yeah,
get too, the more I kind of If I was
Yeah.
19,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you would ride with it. Yeah, I get that. Um yeah, the boundaries make sense for certain artists and certain people.
Mhm.
Tamira Morrison, I'll throw this one out there. I recently met Tamira again, and he was so cool. He was just so nice to me, and um yeah, it was a special thing. It was really cool. Um he I got to, I don't know if did I talk about this last week?
Yes. No,
Tamira?
maybe.
I don't remember. The
Cat.
Alzheimer's is kicking him. Um but he
We're
was
on
like,
week 15, so I don't blame you.
yeah. He was like, you're the real artist. And like shook my hand and was like firmly gripping my hand, like hand hugging me. And because I showed him the one that I did of Daniel Logan, because I was like, oh, because I was having him sign a blank one as Jango Fett and one as Boba Fett. And I'd started the Boba Fett drawing so he could kind of see where it was going a little bit. And then I showed him the Daniel Logan one, and I showed him the Grievous, and he was like, "You're the real artist." And it
That's
was
so
really,
cool.
it was cool, and he just was so. I love that guy, man. He's such a cool dude to meet, and yeah, I just it's fun when you get to meet somebody like that, and you can genuinely tell that they appreciate the every single interaction. Um, that's what I take most out of those experiences, is that kind of thing. So, um, yeah, and then no one was in the line for Matthew Wood and David Collins, and so I just hung out and talked to those guys for like a long time. It was cool. Matthew Wood he'll have a conversation with you as long as you're willing to stand there. And so he was
Yeah.
just telling me all the insights of Maul Shadow Lord and how, he was the key sound engineer for Mando and Grogu, but then he kind of took a step back and let David handle Shadow Lord, and he was so impressed with what they did and all this stuff. He's got his like tendrils into everything Lucasfilm. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Him and what's his name? K2S, so Alan.
Alan, yeah.
Yeah, those I've heard really good stories about people getting really good interactions when talking to them.
Yeah. Yeah, I've
Really good
interacted with
interactions.
I've had the privilege of getting to meet both of them and have
Yeah.
great conversations with both of them. So, yeah, super fun. Um but yeah, so um we've got a good artist list here for these next ones. And I'm excited to see the types of interactions we can have. It is a little nerve-wracking for me every time I have to go get an autograph and have a blank card signed, because at any given time, one of them could just say they didn't want to. Um, but
Or just
I always,
completely go off the line.
I, I always feel like I have to explain myself
Yes.
you know what I mean? Every
Yeah.
time that I'm having one signed. So now I have 40 of them to do and like have to explain. Uh, I couldn't draw on it. Like I feel really dumb sometimes, but um, it's it's there's a boldness in it for sure. I wish I could have all the art done. Honestly, I think it's cooler that way, but it's logistically way harder. And maybe in the future I can like be at the point where I have enough money coming in to where I can just pay artists to have like a bunch of them done and just have them and pull from like a filing
The
cabinet
archive,
of,
yeah.
yeah, exactly, an archive of stuff that I have, and that would be a great thing to have. But um the reality is, Star Wars autograph uh universe, Swayu, that's how they do it. They do the same thing I'm doing, but
I
they
mean,
have
to
more
be
direct
honest with you,
relationships.
that's what makes it special. Is it's not guaranteed. You can't just send it in. You can't just
Hmm.
like to even get to the point, like the amount of hours we put in talking on the phone just for the paper. You know what I
Yep.
mean? like
Yep.
a lot that's to go into. So getting that card,
Yeah.
it's not just as simple as okay, we drew it and got it signed. It's like okay, no, this took like 3-4 months of planning just to
Yeah.
get this 1 out of 40 card done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 So it's good to see it behind the scenes, and then I guess
Mhm.
the best feeling was when you did the last one and saw everyone freak out. Like it was like a you guys sold out fast. There's like 30-40 people in there. Everyone was having a good time. So it's
Yeah.
like you get to see that payoff, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I'm willing to go for it again and do it,
Yeah.
uh, you know, even bigger this time, because people have been asking me, when's the next one? When's the next one? When are you gonna, do you have more? And so I'm like, cool, let's do it again. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's bring more artists in. Let's get more actors, and yeah, it's that's super fulfilling. It's like these little side projects that are really kind of becoming these bigger projects throughout the year, have become just kind of integral to like my brand being different, you know, and I really like that. Um, w- what were your thoughts whenever so you just mentioned paper? I want to expand on that a little bit because I don't think people know what we're talking about. We're actually in the process of making higher end sketch cards because we don't feel like it's there's a great thing out there. Like there are options out there for artists to get sketch blanks, but we've heard time and time again, people are like, where do you get yours done? When are you going to, where do I get these? And there are options, but not good ones. And we want to create something that's better and that meets a need. And so we're working on that right now. We've got some really cool ideas and things that we're going to start to test. I just ordered some really nice paper and sent it your way, and you
Yeah.
got it today, and you were super confused. Um, and Yeah, so I don't know. I didn't expect it to get there that fast, but um, yeah. Have you
Yeah.
opened it up yet?
No, so it's actually not here yet. It's on. It should be. I think tomorrow. I think I
Oh,
pushed back one day. Yeah, but I
oh,
got
is
a
it?
notification this morning about a delivery, and it
Mhm.
was the name that you put on there.
Oh, what did I
Like,
put? What did I
uh,
do? What did I do wrong? I probably did something wrong. I can't
I
wait to
just
talk to
had
Matt.
a
Oh,
package, and the name was Dick Blick.
oh, that's the name of the company that I
Dick
bought the
Blick
paper from.
Arts.
Yep,
Because I'm like, what the hell? Who the fuck is Dick Blick Art? I
I
don't know
sent
who this
him.
person is.
I sent him a custom adult toy. I think.
That's why I was like, who the fuck is sending
No,
me
no, that
a
that
dick sculpture?
yeah, that actually would have been funny, but no, that's the art company. They're actually like a really long-standing art supply company. Um, so yeah, old Richard Blick. That's actually so funny that you didn't
They're
realize.
pranking me. No, because I got
Wait,
a notification this morning and I was like, what
mhm.
the fuck is this? It took me like 20 minutes to figure it out. I looked through I looked through all my cards, through all my emails, like, what the fuck did I order? And I thought about it, art. And I was like, oh, I was like, who do I know that does art? I was like, Jungle. And then I saw Colorado. I was like, oh, I forgot Jungle sending me some paper.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
So wait, it because it said delivered. Did it not? It like
Let me see.
maybe I'm just tripping, but either way, that's really funny that you saw the. Oh man, that's funny. So anyway,
No,
I
it
sent
still says
him.
on the way.
Oh, okay, I sent him some like high end paper. We're gonna do some experimenting with laminates, and we're gonna be able to back these that I'm working on right now to make like a multiply really high end sketch card. So with because one of my complaints with even tops cards is that the surface of the card is not a high end sketch paper. It's just not. You can't do a whole lot with it without it kind of tearing up the surface of the card. And so this is just some nerdy card paper behavior in my head, but I'm like, I'm going to send you something good. Like, let's
Yeah.
make a good card. Like, why would we not use, you know, what's out there. So I sent you
Yeah.
a whole roll, of something really good,
Yeah. And for those of you
So
wondering what I have to do with this, I don't put it out there ever. It's more of a private thing, but I do run a print and cut, a private print and cut for people. And actually, I'm working. Well, I'm already done with this. This is a leftover. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kyber. Uh, I haven't cut these yet, but these are trading
those,
card size business cards.
yeah, those are
Looks
sick.
like it has a vintage Star Wars in the front, and this is none. I didn't design these, but this is yeah. So this is the kind of the old way we used to do it. We used to do it
Hmm.
this way. You used to just have to cut into fours. But with all the new technology, and over the last year, I've been kind of developing, studying, looking, dissecting, and I think we're on to something that you guys will be pretty excited to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't want to expose too much, but just know your boy's
Hmm.
working in the lab back here.
Hmm. Yeah. And I'm
Yeah,
sending him ingredients, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So yeah, we're pretty stoked to see what we can come up with, because we're going to be, collaborating on that as well to come up with some really fun stuff, and see what's possible. So, but hopefully we can level up, these series as we go along. But yes, sir. Yes, sir. We've got some other things we want to chat about, not just
yes,
our nerdy paper wish list, but um, you went to Burbank this week and found out some information. You want to let us know what's going on with that?
yeah. So Herc in the chat had sent me some cards to grade for him. And Burbank Sports Cards is a local shop by me that does PSA drop off. Essentially, it's just cutting out. It's the same as just sending them in. And you're just cutting out the send in part. You're nothing gets sent in the mail. It's all hand delivered. So you're just that extra security step is nice. So I want to go drop off his cards, and I was talking to them, and they were saying how they were mentioning, yeah, like the PSA changing and how Monday was gonna be the last day. So I dropped them off before that. Then Tuesday or Wednesday the next week, I kind of went in and saw the same guy and some of the boys I know from the store, and just kind of were chopping it up about the PSA thing. And they were saying that there was lines from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. They had to cut it off at 5 p.m. and send people who were waiting in line for 6 to 7 hours home, and they were unable to send the cards to grading. So over 500 unique people. No, well, I forgot what the number was. There's over 500 people in line, and over a couple thousand cards in that one location got dropped off every hour. And people were just coming in with boxes like bulk. People were dropping off bulk submissions. So that's to me is it's to the point where they literally had to send people home. It was too many people lined up. They said that they originally planned to be able to drop off until the store closes, but it got too crazy that they literally had to cut it off hours before the store closes and send people who have been waiting since the morning just to go home. And those people who waited since the morning, by the time they got home, weren't able to submit online because PSA did the cutoff as well. And anyone who tried to do GameStop got cut off on Saturday. So when Monday was a cutoff, Saturday was a cutoff at GameStop. So GameStop was already charging the $70-$80 by Saturday. So PSA in grading is kind of a thing of the past for now. I would honestly just don't focus on it. Just if you have cards, just wait for them to come back. I think
Yeah.
we'll see what happens, but yeah, the PSA grading shit has just been it's gonna be interesting. I'm personally out of grading. I'm not like I don't have much. I'm not holding much in grading. I did get this recently, but this is a Beckett slab, but that's not a card. This is George Lucas Auto.
Sick.
But as far as grading stuff, I don't know.
Love it.
I'm kind of staying away from the Star Wars. I don't know if you guys know anyone. His name's Collector Drew on Instagram.
Yeah.
He was a pretty big collector in Galaxy Supers, and
Hmm.
he has been auctioning off his PSA 10 Galaxy Supers or PSA 8, 9s, and 10s.
Hmm.
And what they're going for, guys, is just not even. I don't even know what to say. So I think the grading stuff for Star Wars is just not a move for me right now. Not
Yeah.
not 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 at least not yet. Not yet at
Yeah.
least. Yeah.
Well, and I think it's a timing thing that's really important as well, and like how you're doing it. Like where's
Yeah.
he auctioning them?
It's everywhere. eBay, mainly eBay. I've been seeing
Yeah.
them on eBay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not even. It's not that they're not even going for what I think they should be going. There's no going
Yeah. What
nowhere
they
near
should.
what
Yeah.
they should be going for. And it's not
Yeah.
even what I think they should be going for. It's what they should be. I'm talking about like
Right.
PSA 10 Superfractor Return of the Jedi poster going for $1,200.
Yeah. That's
It's
insane.
kind of like I
Yeah.
don't like to me. That's what do we like? What
Yeah.
that's like. There's no way people are buying Grogu cards for 15 grand in those cards. Like, I just like it doesn't like the
Because
math
that
ain't
is
mathing for me.
because that is what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because you've
it's
got.
literally what's happening. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's crazy. Well, so yeah, check out Collector Drew if you have a little money in your pocket and you want to buy a super. Now's buy the dip because that's what that is. That
yeah.
is a market dip. And because those cards, that Return of the Jedi, guess what? When that Superfractor hits, what will it be? 2027? It'll have to be 2033. In 2033, that card will be worth way more because that
Yeah,
will be
I
the
mean,
50th
assuming Tops
anniversary of
doesn't
Return of the Jedi.
print 14 more.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I
That's kind
suppose.
of my thing with Tops too. Is kind of like this
Hmm.
the reprint. Like
Yeah.
I was 'cause at first when Mayo came out and they had those cool case hit posters, the
Hmm.
acetate ones.
Yep.
I was like, "Yo, this is it. I'm buying, holding these," and they went from 80 to 60 to 50 to I think they're like $30 each now. And I was like, I was just confused. Like this was a home run for me, and I started doing research.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, like 3 sets a year come out with these fucking posters. It's
Hmm.
nothing.
It's a different variation,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
nothing.
not.
Nothing crazy.
But we saw those posters, in what was it? 40th
Everywhere.
anniversary. You know.
Bro, Tony. I was watching Tony stream a couple of days ago. I was at the gym and I finally caught like a 20-minute glimpse of one.
Hmm.
Um, he had posters, packs of nothing but shadow box posters, and it was literally every poster you freaking could think was in there.
Huh.
Galactic Files or some shit like that. I don't know,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
one of the older says.
numbered shadow
Yeah.
box posters, and yeah, I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Galactic Files has those. Yep.
I'm learning the hard way that maybe I need to just love Star Wars cards and
Mm.
stop putting value on them because
Hmm.
the rules that you can use in most, you can say like stocks, real estate, cars, flipping, anything. They don't work here.
Hmm.
They're not working here, guys.
It
It's almost ass
only
backwards.
yeah, it's got some weirdness going on, and
Mm.
I think it lacks maturity. I think it lacks some maturity,
In what
um,
sense?
in the sense that, like, for example, the sports world, for example, has maturity because it has so many people in it, and it has a long standing of the market. Same with Pokemon. It's like when you bring enough people into it and you get enough money moving through it and you get enough time, then you get that the experience and the maturity of that market gets to a certain point where it becomes more stable to be able to witness, be able to understand, be able to manipulate or move in. Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Whereas like, you know, Star Wars, you have a weird separation where you have, because what I've witnessed with it is that you've got your older school collectors that are kind of set in their ways with what they think things should be valued at, and then you have the new school wave that's starting to bring a lot more money from sports and from Pokemon and other TCGs and starting to collect Star Wars, and they're used to this. They're used to paying a lot of money for something, So we are seeing things go up. Some people are reluctant to it. Some old school guys are getting it, and they're staying with it. Um, yeah, it's an interesting landscape because I also am a fly on the wall in some of the Facebook groups, and there's some grumpy people in there, and it's I find myself cracking up at them because I'm just like, you guys literally, this is just like your your dumpster fire to like just get out your angst, um,
Yeah.
and but I'm like, man, there's it's just weird how it affects the space because I've seen recently multiple times breakers are ruining the hobby. It's ruined, and everyone seems to think that I have some kind of backdoor deal with Tops. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
a breaker. He's getting allocations. So, and then he has the nerve to charge that much, or whatever. And I'm like, actually, most of us are actually just buying it from the internet just as easy as you guys could, you know? Um, so it's just kind of funny. There's only a very small minority of breakers that are getting allocations because everyone's like, oh, Tops only cares about the breakers. It's like, well, if that were the case, then they would actually allocate to the breakers. But there are people who are, but they're huge. They're huge. You know what I mean? They're big sports breakers, like We the Hobby and the bigger ones. So it's just kind of a funny landscape to see that. But I don't think the hobby's ruined. You know, I think it's actually become more. Because I said this to my wife, and she was like, "Don't breakers make it more accessible for people to get into things like masterwork?" And I was like, "Yeah, because how many people can just like spend $800 on a box? Whereas you could at least try to hit something cool in my stream for $10. You know,
Yeah.
so it is interesting though. There are cons to it for sure. Like we can see that that product has been pushed up really high. Same with smugglers, and running them back to back is really ugly for the community. I think because we don't have anything in between. Um, so yeah, I think you're seeing a combination of that hit the market, and then Drew is like, well, let me auction off my supers, and everyone's tapped because they've been spending all this money on two recent really like high end sets. And so,
Yeah.
what card probably should have went for like 3K only went for 1200 because you don't have as many people out there in the market spending money for Star Wars cards,
I
It's we're
see.
seeing it affect the whole thing.
I don't think that market relates to the market we're experiencing
You
because
don't think
our
so?
market's different from the general market. Yeah, no, definitely not. Because the people who are buying the Lukes aren't even Star Wars people, if you get what I'm saying. Like Steve
Oh,
Aoki,
100%.
I'm not saying he's not a Star Wars fan. I'm not saying he doesn't enjoy
Yeah.
watching the movies. I'm not saying he doesn't know who Mark Hamill is. I'm just
Right.
saying he's not, like us, me, you, sitting here dissecting if, Mando wore the right belt that day or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
the people who are spending the $250,000, $500,000, they're not
Sure.
Star Wars people. So the money's not even in the community.
Yeah.
That's one thing. For a
That's a
lot of
good point.
people, if you have $2,000, am I going to buy a Star Wars card that is at risk of getting reprinted in every set for the next 10 years, or am I going to go buy this, this Dodger LA Dodger Monkey Luffy card that it's gone up 2,000% in the last 6 months continuously every month. So
Yeah.
it's like you got to understand, and that's why I try to tell
Hmm.
people. I was trying to explain to you. It's like almost you got to understand. There's business, and then there's being a Star Wars fan, and you got
Hmm.
to understand each and learn to separate. And right now, for the last year, I've been trying to make my Star Wars the business, and it's kind of like I said, it's kind of biting me in the ass. And I
Hmm.
think it's just all around for Star Wars right now. It's not just Tops
Hmm.
is not releasing sets. Disney's not putting out good content. There's no. It's just Star Wars all around is not in a healthy position to be investing so much time, energy, and money.
Hmm.
Love, I could invest. If I could sit here and
Hmm.
obsess over this shit, love,
Hmm.
rewatch the OG trilogy, the prequels. Fuck it, I'll watch Force Awakens every now and then just to kind of get a kick out of it. Other
Hmm.
than that, for me to be spending too much money, I think and the more I think about it, and this is just me talking now, blowing smoke at a mess, but it's like I feel
Sure.
like Tops understands that, and maybe slowing things down was the right move. Is because
Hmm.
the more I think about it, it's like, hey, okay, we want more sets. Okay, what are we gonna get? A high tech set that's just what, more PNGs of the same movies, the same shows, of the same
Hmm.
thing that we just got in the last two sets, the last five
Hmm.
sets. Okay, cool. We get the fucking Chrome. What's that going to be? What debut characters we're going to get? We're going to get
Hmm.
the debut characters from Maul and whatever
Hmm.
debut characters we're going to get from Mando. Cool. Next,
Hmm.
Sapphire is going to be a direct copy of that, so there's no
Hmm.
point. That's pretty much one set. Galaxy,
Yep.
I have nothing bad to say about Galaxy. Galaxy is the only
Right.
thing that could say this here. So, and again, I don't want to be negative. I'm just bringing you guys,
Yeah.
walking you guys down my thought, my thought path, and it's just like,
Hmm. Hmm.
overall for Star Wars, it just doesn't make nothing. None of this really makes sense. And I guess it
Hmm.
goes back to my original point. It's like backwards over here. It's all emotion, no logic, versus a lot of other
Yeah.
places are more logic, less like in Pokemon. It's not. I'm not saying this is a good thing, but in Pokemon,
Hmm.
like okay, in the Star Wars category, if you ask anyone what was the last Star Wars movie made, everyone would answer in a heartbeat, and if you say it wrong, you will get crucified. If you go into Pokemon streaming right now and ask them what was the last Pokemon movie was released, everyone is in there for the dopamine of ripping cards and selling it for more, and that's it. No one's an
Hmm.
actual fan of the IP. No one cares if they release a new game. No one cares if this Pokemon's lore got changed or if this got retconned or like that. They don't give a fuck. How much does this card sell
Hmm.
for? That's all they care about. And it's
Yeah.
funny being in that
Yeah.
community and then being in this
Hmm.
community where it's like, well, I don't care how much that card sells for. I like this outfit better. And it's like, okay, that's all right. It's just
Yeah.
it's a different
Yeah.
game. It's a different
Yeah.
game, and
It
I've
is.
accepted that because before I used to argue and fight like, no, you guys don't get it. There's value here, and it's like, oh,
Hmm.
they don't want to get it. They
No.
want what they want, and that's okay. And I just
Yeah.
like I said, for
Yeah.
me, I'm reverting back to just being that. I just want to be
Yeah.
that again. I just want to love this shit.
Yeah.
Like
You
I
just want to
want
love
to
it. Yeah.
enjoy. Yeah, I don't want to sit here and
Hmm.
dissect. Like I already dissect every episode of The Mandalorian. I don't want to dissect every set that Tops makes for Star Wars. Like I just want to
Hmm.
have fun at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to rip and
Well,
have fun, and
yeah.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah. And I think that it comes back to like producing sets that are inexpensive. Because that's the thing. Like, we can
Yeah.
rip Pokemon all day long and it be like
But
not
the
that expensive, you
Yeah, but the
know?
cool thing with Pokemon, it's like it's a galaxy set every time.
Yeah.
It's new
Yeah.
art. It's the same.
Art.
You could use the same characters. It's just new art, new
New art.
artists.
Yep.
It's like, and again, and I hate to say this, but the Star Wars is kind of stuck in like that. The next set is just gonna be more PNGs from the shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not where no one's
For
gonna sit
sure.
here and draw shit. They're just gonna take screenshots and like
Well,
it's to the point where they're getting behind the scenes of I don't want to get into it.
well, this is why I think you like the inserts, and I'm the same way. Is that the
Yeah,
bigger sets, the inserts end up being the chases. Like the
yeah.
reflections and the graffitis and the comic fractors and things like that.
Like
That's the stuff I like.
yeah,
You
exactly. Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Art of
I was gonna say like
Tatooine's the.
Hyperspace 25 had those tattoo art of Tatooine. I think those are
Hmm.
slept on. I don't understand how those are not $500 a card.
I
I
agree.
like
Yeah.
my mind is blown right now. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I don't
Yeah. Yeah.
get it. I don't get it.
Yeah. I have one sitting here somewhere, but I buried it. Yeah, no, I am right there with you, or the Galactic Origins from that set. And so I think that they're getting it because, yeah, the PNGs, and it's tough because, you know, Star Wars fans do like that. And there's a lot of sports fans in that world as well that like the pictures, that like the photos of the characters and like the certain outfits and etc. Um, I think that the way that Masterwork has done it this time around too, the quality of the images has been really good. So that speaks to that. Um, but yeah, I am with you. I personally like the art stuff. I like the inserts, and
Yeah.
that stuff should be higher value. I had somebody in my stream the other day that was like, I think we need the singles people to step their game up and to raise the prices on everything compared to the prices of the products. And I was like, this got me thinking. Um, because they're starting to witness that like discrepancy between what singles are selling for and where the sealed product is. It's too big of a gap, you know. Um,
I mean, yeah, yeah. A lot of people
yeah.
ask me why I don't do single shows, and I'm like, why would I sell a card for 30 cents?
Why? Yeah.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that to
Yeah.
myself?
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's very obvious if you kind of just sat down and thought about it for 10 seconds. It's like, okay, I just spent $500 in this box and I got $22 for the 5 hits that came out of that box.
And that is across the whole hobby of like tops.
Yeah.
Like that's the meme. That's
Well,
the joke,
yes and no, and
you know?
this is my thing, and
Mhm.
it's just, again, I hate to add value, make things all about value, but one
Mhm.
you can hit a card in baseball that changes your life.
True.
You get what
True.
I'm saying?
I
You can
do.
hit a card in soccer, a card
Yep.
in
F1.
baseball,
Yeah.
basketball, football,
Yep.
like that can
True.
literally change your life, get you out of
Yep.
debt, and buy you a house.
Yep.
You know what you have to pull in Star Wars for that to happen?
It's not.
It's not. I'm one of the lucky few that if my card gets to where we're thinking it gets to,
You're one
I'm
of the
one of the
lucky
people who
few.
got to do it. One of the
Yep.
lucky few people got to do it.
Mhm.
If that card gets to 70, 80 grand and I do get to sell it, that is life changing money for someone in
Yep.
my position right now.
Yep.
So
Yep.
like
Yep.
it's but
Yep.
for that to happen is what, one in a trillion. And again, I'm not saying you're going to go join baseball and become a millionaire the next day. It's just
No.
it's the stories. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know what the correct word is, but it
Yeah.
just seems to be more more juice
Yeah.
over there
Oh yeah.
out of the
There
squeeze.
and
You know what I mean?
there definitely is. And you know, Star Wars for me has been a great vehicle to get to where I am, to learn how to break, to continue to be a streamer, which was something that I wanted to do, is to be a content creator and a streamer, um, and design things and do artwork, and it's a great vehicle for that, right? But that doesn't mean that I have to stop there either, long term, and there's other things that I want to build and create and do, and but yeah, it's in terms of business, there's a bit, the business brain, and then there's the creative, like empathetic brain, and you have to be able to leverage both. So
Yeah,
um
yeah, definitely.
speaking of that, I want to switch us into the more empathetic brain and share a story with you
Yes.
guys about Sergeant Carney, the legend of Sergeant Carney. uh, some of you may know him. He's in my stream a lot. He floats around through the Star Wars streams. He is a major Kit Fisto collector, and he also collects Ayla Secura, and but everybody knows he's a Kit Fisto guy. Well, in Smugglers, Jay Manchan did one of the stellar art originals is a Kit Fisto, and it became like the holy grail chase for him in that set. Well, rewind just a couple weeks before we knew that, he had reached out to me and asked for a commission. He's like, "Will you do this Kit Fisto for me?" And he wanted it to go with his hot toy, I believe. So he sent me the reference for the hot toy, and I started working on it. Well, he ended up getting what's the word here? Um, Deployed to a base, and so he's not at home. He's on base, and for at least a year, and so he's not able to have things shipped to uh, to him really. So he can't just get on Whatnot and be whatnotting like he normally is and chasing and trying to get stuff because he's not having it shipped there. It's being shipped to his home in another place. So it was this funny timing where I wasn't able to finish it because I had just gotten a top set to work on. And so I was like, I let him know. I was like, I want to wrap this up for you and finish it whenever I finish this top set. And then I want to send it to you. Is there any way for me to actually send it to you to the base? And so he gave me a way to send it to him at the base. And he ended up getting it. So I finished up the top set, and then I sent him I finished the card and sent it to him. And it was really cool to see his interaction, or his reaction. And I sent it to you. Can you pull that up for us?
Instagram, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So this is mine. So show mine first. Um
Oh,
and I'll tell you guys what he said. He was really excited, and you guys can see the combat boots and camo military regalia in the background. So you know he's on base. He is taking that and he's put it as his like lucky charm, and he's like got it in his ruck every day. And so that is really cool. Like that really like blessed me to be able to do that, and for him to value it at that level. Like this transcends like
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like everything we were just
yeah.
talking about, like this just transcends that, because it's the stories and the connection that matter the most, I think. Um,
This is what
so,
this is what this is directly goes directly to my point though. Is it's
mhm,
I'm trying to take the financial value out of it, and I'm looking for
mhm.
this kind of value again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's where I'm falling. I wouldn't say I'm falling out of love with the hobby, but I've fallen too analytical. And
Hmm.
I need to fall back into this kind of like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely, definitely. And that's okay. Like it's important to like, I love that you've recognized that and you're like, okay, I'm gonna now try to reset that. Um, it's gonna be good for us to for me to come out and spend some time with you as well. I think we're gonna have such a good time that it's gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
really
yeah,
revitalizing for both of us.
yeah.
Um,
Sneak peek, guys. You guys will be able to see us in person content pretty soon.
yeah.
We'll get back to that later.
So he was super psyched. He was like, dude, this is beautiful. Thank you so much. Like, and so yeah, just really cool because this is like his little companion that he gets to have on base, to get him to the end of his season of life for him, where he gets to go home and see something else that he was able to acquire, which we'll talk about here. So someone came into my stream. Smugglers has been out for a couple of weeks. We've been ripping it. We've been having a good time with it. It's a great set. We get people coming in saying, I hit this, saying, I hit this. Look what I, found. We found this. Someone comes in and says, I just hit the J Man Chan Kit Fisto. And I was like, no way, you hit it. And he goes, yeah, yeah. I was like, are you looking to sell it? Like, do you want to move it? Because I know just the guy who wants that card. And he was like, yeah, yeah, I'd be willing to sell it. And we were like, let's go. We start tagging Carney. We start tagging Sergeant Carney. And we had him send us his story from his side. I want to read it to you guys here. Um, and while I'm doing this, if you want to pull up that picture
Yeah.
to show the J Man Chan sketch, he says, from my point of view, there I was, just got done, and this is Carney speaking, with training for the day in a 5-mile ruck with 60 pounds on my back. Sweaty and tired, I see this whatnot notification pop up from Joel. So I hop in and everyone is spamming my name saying that someone is trying to sell the J Man Chan Kit Fisto sketch. This, of course, piques my interest and I start asking who. The chat starts tagging him and he joins after a couple of minutes. I DM'd him asking about it and about how much he wanted. Told him that I wanted it, but couldn't afford the full price at the time, but I was willing to put down a down payment on it. These were going for like 1,500, 2,000. These cards.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they're going for a lot. The guy says, "You're good, man. I'll save it for you. No need for a down payment." Once that next paycheck hit, I sent him a message letting him know that I'm ready to buy. He throws it in his shop and boom, it's mine. I just bought my holy grail sketch card that I can't see or hold for a year, but I'm so ready to see it.
Damn.
So it's really cool to see just all the pieces fall into place for him to be able to get this, but it also is really cool that I was able to send him to the base mine that I did for him,
Yeah.
that he can ride with to get him there. So it's all kind of connected, and I think it's really really just a fun way to speak to uh, the beauty of what we get to do as well. Did you show him the
Yeah,
J? Oh,
man.
the J Man one. Yeah, the J Man's right there. Cool,
Yeah, I just switched them right
cool,
now.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jokingly said that he gets to ride with my Timu version for a while. Of course, I was like, well, I shouldn't really. We shouldn't talk. We shouldn't talk bad about our pieces. Um, but Jay is just, one of the things we talked about is for the Stellars, they had a lot of time and they only had a couple of them to do for the set and we felt like they were like their highest in work for a card for that amount of time as compared to stuff they do for regularly in the sets. So that's why the Stellar arts were so good, so valuable. So
Yeah, it's a crazy. Good for him, man.
yeah, dude,
Good for
for
him.
sure, for sure, for
You
sure.
love to see it, man. That's again, one thing I know I talk a lot of shit, but one thing I can say that it blows my mind and it pisses me off every time I experience it, but there's no community that is as, I guess, willing to give to each other than there's like the Star Wars people, or
Yeah,
willing to like kind of make things work or help each other out, or kind of because it's true. Like again, I've been in a lot of the Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon streams lately, and it's free. It's all for yourselves. No family, no love. It's like I'm in it for me. What do you like? Like I'm constantly arguing with people to try to, because they're always trying to get the most out of me versus Star Wars people are like trying to give like like
yeah,
in Pokemon, people are always like, "Oh, you don't have anything free, you can throw in my order." Versus Star Wars, people are like, "Oh, you like that card, you can keep it yourself." I'm like,
right,
"Oh." At the end of the stream, I end up with like 10 different cards that people are like, "Oh, you can keep it. I know you like that." Versus the other streams, there's people trying to
hmm,
strip me for every little thing I have.
right,
And again, I don't get that in Star Wars. Star Wars is as of right now the only place I can
hmm,
with confidence say I feel more like it gets given more than taken.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it definitely feels that way. And those are the pros and cons, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Those are the, we take the good with the bad with everything. Nothing's perfect, and are we gonna become millionaires? On Star Wars cards? Like, no,
No,
probably not. You know what I mean? But
I mean some of
can we
us
use
might.
it?
Hopefully.
Can we use it to well can we use it as a vehicle to be able to get other startups and get us built out in other ways? Sure, absolutely, if we're shrewd with the way that we do things. um so it I would rather be here with less money than have to fight tooth and nail in some areas, you
Yeah.
know and not have poor interactions, because I can't. I'm in a place right now with my life that, like, I'm under so much pressure and difficulty and trial that it's I need this community right now, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I can't handle more, really. Like, so being insulated by a great community is super important for me. um so yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a little
Yeah.
too sensitive too. You're a little bit you you think you're better at dealing with some of those people than me. Um,
Oh, dude, I'm numb. I have no
yeah,
emotion. I
yeah,
don't. Yeah, I'm not very. People say it like if I pull a base card or a 101, it's the reaction's the same, and I feel
right.
bad. Yeah, I'm numb to a lot of things. So like earlier today, I had to set someone straight because they were someone came. I was doing a Yu-Gi-Oh break, and
Hmm.
and funny enough, that's not a known thing in Yu-Gi-Oh. They don't know what breaks are. So I kind of went
Yeah.
in and kind of introduced this style of selling
Hmm.
cards, and someone was like, "This is gambling. This is a raffle. This is illegal." And they were trying to school me on how wrong it was what I was doing, and I literally had to like. I was about to go off like you fucking dumbass idiot bitch. You don't know what you're talking about. I literally had to buy my. I bit my tongue. I was like, listen, bro, anyone who knows anything about whatnot knows you sound dumb right now. So I'm giving you the opportunity to kind of just shut up and just stop there or keep going and make yourself look dumb.
Yeah,
And like I don't have to do that. I mean, have I had to do something like that on Star Wars? But
sure.
it's like
Rarely though. Usually people are
yeah,
kind of like they're more receptive.
yeah.
You
I'm
know.
no non I'm very no nonsense. I'll bullshit a lot, but when it comes to like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So
Yep.
and like again, my first day of being there, I have to do that. I don't like doing
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
Versus I've been here in Star Wars for over almost 2 years, and I don't remember
Yep.
having to set anyone straight like
Hmm.
that.
Yeah. No.
I think
I've
Burke
had to.
was there when I did it. You know.
Yeah. I've had to do it a couple times. But it's I think it's just because there's new collectors and they're not familiar with like some of what's going on.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, it's especially tricky like with like masterwork and smugglers where you may have, if we do the bigger character breaks, and you may have 120 different characters that your people are buying, you're not going to get base cards out of that specific set for all those characters you bought. It's just not how it works. It
Yeah.
can't. They're not there. They didn't come out. There's not that much in the product in the first place. It's a breaker set. It's lower volume. So as opposed to like Chrome, you'll probably get it. And if you don't, I probably have extra because people are giving me base cards like crazy. Because it's a cheaper set, so I can give you those things if they don't hit. And people don't necessarily always realize that, and you have to let them know. And yeah, so
Yeah.
I had to deal with whatnot support over that exact thing recently, and I told whatnot support exactly what happened, and they didn't even say anything back. Like it was just
Yeah.
they're like,
You know
oh,
what?
that was the situation, cool. you know
I will give a shout out to Whatnot Support.
hmm
I've sold on a lot of platforms, and
hmm
most platforms kind of pick the buyer sides automatically, no matter what.
hmm
Like, it's like as
yep,
soon as a buyer makes a
yep,
complaint, it's no matter what, it's automatically your fault until you prove it's not.
hmm
And Amazon's like that, eBay's like that, a lot of Shopify's like that. And
hmm
so Whatnot's one of the very few people that they hit me up like, "Hey, what's going on here?" And I have my chance to explain it, and they go, "Okay, we'll tell this guy he's tripping. You're good." Or like
exactly,
say something had like I remember one time
exactly,
USPS lost and like, "Yo, what happened here?" I'm like, "Well, here's the tracking. I sent it. If you need anything
yep,
else, you're like, okay, you know what? We'll just cover the loss. You're good." It's like, yo, thank you. Like
beautiful,
it's
yep,
that simple. It's literally that simple.
it's that
They,
easy,
they they
yep,
value me as a seller enough to be like, okay, we're gonna trust your word, but if this keeps happening, brother, we're gonna ask questions. You know what I mean? And I
sure,
respect that a lot. I
I
do.
do too.
That does open the lane for a little bit of abuse from some bad apples, but I know for people like us that are trying to run a straight and narrow stream, it's a
Exactly.
very nice thing that I at least have 7 days to kind of give my case before they're like, all right, you're done. You know what I mean? So that's my shout
Exactly.
out to Whatnot Support.
Oh, 100%.
They are for as much as they are for the buyers, they are also for the sellers, and I do like
They are, because they
that.
realize, and this is why they're such a successful company, is because they have those things in place and they do their due diligence to ask, and then they weigh
Yeah.
the information, and then they make
Mhm.
decisions.
And they're fast with it. They're really
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, dude. So yeah, I appreciate them as well. And my life would be probably way harder if it wasn't for whatnot. You know, So
Yeah.
I'm really grateful, to be able to have this platform and to be able to have the community that we have. You know, I'm sitting here trying to think, how can I create more things for our people, and give people a better opportunity. That's why I'm running smaller breaks of masterwork and trying to make it affordable for people to get
Yeah.
into it. And but then I'm also sitting here thinking, okay, well, what else can I get for us that's more affordable and more, and to be able to keep that fun alive. And so yeah, I've got a lot of ideas flowing, and um we'll see how it goes. There are ways for us, if Tops is not creating something that we can all enjoy all the time, then we'll come up with something,
Yeah.
um, we'll come up with something. So I've also heard through the grapevine of some other things that might be coming that we could get excited about, that I'm not really sure, I can't really share just yet, but we got some other things to be excited about in the near future that hopefully I can share soon.
Yeah.
um,
I am annoyed. I am upset,
mhm,
but it's more of a personal thing with
mhm.
Tops.
Yeah,
But I'm not gonna give a final. I'm not gonna make any final. I don't want to say decisions, but conclusions until we get the whole scope of what they're doing right now.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So
So so what?
until then, I'm skeptical. I got my guard up. I'm not
Mhm.
claiming anything until I know. But as of right now, I am not happy with what's happening and what seems that will be happening.
I'm not either. I think this was one of the most boneheaded strategic blunders that we've seen any company do,
Yeah.
to
That,
run
especially with the
smugglers.
momentum
And
they had last year.
yeah,
The part that blows my mind too is there's never been so many new buyers that this year has brought, and there's been the least amount of sets. That to me is the crazy part. That we had probably twice as many buyers that we had last year,
yeah.
and there's a tenth of what we got in tenders. I think I did the math last year. By now, with the sets released and the sets that we had on pre-order, we've had 7 sets by now.
And we've only had two.
Two. Yeah.
I mean, we could say that we've had three. We could say hyperspace was first because it was December 31st. It was New Year's. You know what I mean? New Year's Eve.
I mean,
You know.
yeah, okay.
So, but still, that's still less than half. So your point still stands, like regardless. But
Yeah.
and what's the speculation though? Because
High
why
tech.
would they do this?
Oh, I don't know. I had a long discussion. I had a 10-minute, 20-minute rant this morning about this. I hope, I'm praying to God that this is their way of looking not at the 1-year plan, not at 2026, not at the 2-year plan, at the 10-year plan, and going, look, we're behind 1 to 2 years right here. We are
Yep.
about to release 25 high tech halfway through fucking 26, guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we need to
Yeah.
catch up, and I think Smugglers was a good way to kind of speed that catch up because they kind of just shoved 4 different sets out at once, and then now we just have Masterwork, which is still not caught up. We're still a year behind Masterwork, and then we have I don't know. I genuinely don't know if we're taking a break, a market break. Again, not until May 2027. Ask me what I think, and I'll give you my final answer. Because as of right now, they're either cooking something so good that it's gonna blow our minds, or they're literally not cooking anything at all, and we're just speculating for no reason.
I think they're cooking because we know that there's a 50th anniversary set coming. We don't really know what that looks like. We know that's coming. We know that Galaxy's coming. We know that Chrome is coming.
Chrome, Sapphire,
Um,
Galaxy. Those are the 3 for
we
this year.
know.
We know
We
are coming.
know. Well,
We know.
technically, we don't know that how they're going to handle Sapphire this year because we haven't seen it. But if we look at what they did last year and they do the same thing, it'll be like that. I hope they change it because I don't like the way that it went. Um, I hope that they see that and it was like, well, that didn't really go. Let's go back to doing anniversary sets in Sapphire because that actually goes hard. Like that's cool. Let's and I still am holding out hope since we know they're behind for that Revenge of the Sith Sapphire anniversary set. Um, I'm still holding out hope. It's a small amount of hope, but I'm holding it because
It's
of
delusional hope, but I'm there with you.
uh, yeah. So I think we could see for the rest of the year. It would make no sense for high tech to be next. That would be stupid. If they did that, I would literally put a dunce cap on myself and write tops on it. And because you,
I'm not. I'm praying we get high tech next. I'm praying to God the next set is high tech.
I hope it's Galaxy though, because high
No.
tech, because it needs to be Galaxy then high tech because we just had two high end sets. High
So then
tech
why would
is
you want
like,
Galaxy? Galaxy's another high end set.
well, no, but think about it. Think about it. You can buy a pack when it releases for $25. High tech, you just have one pack in a box and you're not going to be able to get it for any less than 165 or something. So you see what I mean? It's like the accessibility of high tech is still not as good as the accessibility of Galaxy. So because people can pop into our into
But it's still
you're not going to win a pack of high tech in my stream, but you could win a pack of Galaxy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So that's my
Yeah.
thing about that set. Um versus that's why I think we need a higher volume card set versus a lower volume card set at this point. Because it's like, okay, you're going to run three low volume, higher tiered sets right in a row. Not that high tech is as high tiered as the other two, but it's still a harder price point to get into for a lot of people um, that maybe just want to buy a pack or two, you know?
I mean, we don't have fucking shit because we would know something, right?
Yeah, I
Pre-order something.
so my thing is that I think that they have so okay, let's talk about high tech because how much information can I share here? Probably not a lot, but maybe a little bit. I don't know this for a fact that they will do this time, but I do know that in previous years, they have taken sketches from artists that they had submitted for a certain set and skimmed some of them and put them into high tech because high tech has fewer sketches in the print run. So we wouldn't know it as artists because we wouldn't be working on high tech. You know what I mean? We would be working on Chrome, and then they would get back to us, and they would be like, "We're going to put 5 of these in high tech or something."
So
Okay,
you think they give the artist a specific set as a code name?
no,
No.
no, no. We know the information, but like what set we're working on, but on a set like high tech, it doesn't require as many sketches. So what they'll do is they'll see what kind of volume of sketches actually come in because not all the artists will hit their minimums. Um, not all of the cards that they even complete will get accepted by the licensor. Okay, so like just for example, I don't know if I can say this. Um, I'll wait because I don't want to say something I shouldn't. But you can see it when people post their work on Instagram. You'll see blacked out sketch cards when they post up, the sets that they did. They won't individually crop. They'll post it. Like you can get on Andrew Fry's Instagram and see some of the sketches that weren't accepted. That's because the licensor rejected those cards. Or it's because they took those cards and put them in another set. So that wasn't the set that they necessarily said that they were working on. Does that make sense?
So
So
in
like
theory,
In theory, I could have already done sketches personally for high tech and not even known
You're a spy.
it. um, yeah, for the Russians. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, this is so weird.
It is weird. It's weird
This
territory
is
because
fun because what do we even talk? Like, this is this isn't even real. We're just
no.
speculating right now. It's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, because I know that this has happened in the past for a fact.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying because
Yeah.
and that's why my brain's starting to run because it's
Right.
like, okay,
Right.
that
Right.
makes me feel less
Right.
annoyed because it's like, okay. So does that mean in the next 3 weeks we can get high tech pre-orders a month out?
We
Meaning
could.
in
Yeah.
August, well, maybe
Yeah.
not high tech, but in theory, Chrome Black already came out this year. Finest already came back this year. Mayo is not happening. Masterwork,
There's 4 possibilities, and that's it
yeah.
for the rest of the year. Galaxy, Chrome, Sapphire,
Sapphire.
and high tech. Those
Sapphire
are
has
our,
no sketches. Chrome Galaxy has sketches, and high tech should have sketches
but
from Masters.
we know that high tech isn't a high volume sketch set. So we don't know. So basically what I'm saying about high tech is that it could show up at any time.
Yeah.
That's really what it could surprise us, and it probably will surprise us. I could see it going, and this is not a fact, this is speculation. I could see it going Galaxy, we get pre-release. As soon as Galaxy goes to drop, we're going to get pre-orders for high tech. And they're going to run them back to back. And then I think we're going to get Chrome 2 months later.
Okay. So
And then we
you're saying that
might
year's gonna end?
with Chrome. That's just my thought. I also think that we could see it'll also end with Sapphire, probably, unless they do a Revenge of the Sith Anniversary Sapphire, which could happen at any time and be a surprise. The other set that we could see at the very end of the year, if they decide that this is going to be our Christmas set, is Hyperspace. We could get another Hyperspace at the end of the year. That would be the only other thing that I could think of happening this year.
But
So
those have a unique back.
they do.
Yeah.
So
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 that.
so I'll know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know about that. You know. So
I'm. I'm right now.
that's a guess, you know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea. But I'm telling you that's what I think is possible. They could do whatever they want. We might get Galaxy at the end of the year. We might get Chrome in August again. We might get a high tech mixed in there. Who knows? They could surprise us this summer with the Sapphire set. That's an anniversary set, you know. So
Yeah. And then for guys, we are six. Just super random. Just kind of want to put it out there. We are 6 weeks out from the Nationals, and we have not gotten any confirmation about any redemption packs.
no
Because
redemption
I was
packs.
thinking about by now, Chrome was
Yeah.
already pre-ordered because of the May 4th. Sapphire box got leaked like back in March by now. Masterwork came out while we were in Japan. Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
I
guys,
think.
I don't know what's happening. They're being super secretive. They're being super secretive.
Mm-hmm.
It's either because they're really good at it or there's nothing to hide. I don't
Yeah,
know
exactly.
because right now the national we don't
Exactly.
even have word on the It's fucking 6 weeks out.
Yeah, we might get there, and they're like, "Oh, it's Disney this year," you know.
Because it's
Um,
entertainment. It could be Marvel, Disney,
it
whatever.
could be Marvel or Disney, and we just are like,
Yeah.
oh,
Be friends.
oh, if it's V Friends, I'm gonna take my shirt off and just spray paint a V and just
No,
I'll just be
be a
out. No,
friend.
I'm playing. I'll just be out. No, that's like the indicator that I've actually just lost it. I've just like I've had a psychotic break and I've just completely lost it. Um, no, I yeah. So we'll see what happens. The secrecy is not unknown, especially with Lucasfilm. Lucasfilm has been really good at keeping secrets, and they are the licensors, and I know that they have a lot of things. The landscape has changed a lot in the last couple of years with Fanatics acquiring. Okay, so you have to think about the top-down effects here. Fanatics buys Tops, right? Tops has to change. Okay, it
Hmm.
does change. Fanatics puts artists specific teams in place for each category. So Star Wars has its own team for the artist team space. So that's all new. So they're getting more attention and they're doing more work there. Now, you also simultaneously between last year and this year, you have a new Disney CEO and a new Lucasfilm president. So from the top down, Disney has just now started changing. So we see the parks shift and change. We see, obviously we're still going to see the effects of like old guard stuff. We're not going to see how it's changing things until we kick the can a little further down the road here. But, you know, it does affect everything. Like when I submit sketch cards, like the licensors, which are Lucasfilm, they have to look everything over before they approve it for Fanatics to go into the sets, so they are involved. And so it's interesting to see how much, and I don't know if they have said, hey, listen, you guys need to be way more secretive about your sets and you can't leak this stuff, you know because we've got the 50th anniversary approaching. They cannot know about this stuff. We want this
They're
stuff
on
to be a
lockdown.
surprise. They might be, we don't know, they might have new protocols in place,
Yeah.
um and they may have come down and said, listen, we want you guys to be a little more structured. How are you guys going to structure moving forward, and like force their hand into changing things? We also don't know what with V Friends and SpongeBob and all the new Disney sets, all the new Marvel sets. Like there's only so much ability to print those cards. And so those printer schedules have to line up for certain sets. And it might be that Tops um Star Wars wants a specific strategy, but they're at the mercy of when they can just get in and print stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So that's another factor to think that they don't even know. It's like, well, we'd love to have that consistent strategy, but the guys next door that are printing everything, I'm not saying they're next door, that's just, but they don't have their stuff all lined out, and someone just jumped in front of us because they paid more money, you know, to print their stuff. Who knows?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
who knows?
But
I would love to
um
see I would love to see like the real situations behind all
only
that.
time will tell, man. Like I
I
said,
know, right?
next May ask me, I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah,
On
exactly.
episode 45 of the on episode 52 plus 15, what is that? Can't do math. On episode 67 of the podcast, ask me what I think. But
Exactly.
uh I do have to get out of here. I do have to go head to the other streaming location to do my Thursday night Pokemans.
The
But the
Pokemans.
floor is open. I can stay for like 5 minutes if anyone has any questions, concerns. Like I did say, it is the 11th. In about 12 to about 2 weeks, me and Jungle will be IRL, live in action, in person. You guys will be able to come hang out with us on the YouTubes, and we will hopefully get an episode out to you guys with both of us in the same room. I think that'd be great. So look forward to that. We will be posting tons about that. We do got other than that, we do got the Mark Hamill Anaheim Fan Expo convention that we're going to be at. So there's going to be a lot of content of that. I think Lex is going to be there. Tony's going to be there. Brian's going to be there. Rear End Rumble's going to be there. And I want to say another 2 to 3 people from the community are going to be there. So it's going to be a nice little, maybe we could all, head to a bar and just, get fat and sassy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I need some fat and sassy time personally. I've just had screaming toddler and buried in top sets in the middle of the night. I need some real interaction. I need to touch some grass, need to hug some friends,
Yeah.
and drink some beers and rip some cards. Hopefully we have something to rip that's not gonna cost the budget of the trip.
We'll see.
I know. I'm gonna see if I gotta find. Maybe we could find a single masterwork box where we can do our mini box friends break.
Yo, we could do it. It's LA. We could find a lot. The shops out here are loaded. It's just everything's $700.
I know.
It's like I look at the shop. It's Smugglers 800, Masterwork 800, and it's like Galaxy 500. I'm like, okay, what are we doing?
What are we doing? There needs to be there need to be some $200 and $300 boxes around here.
There used to be. I used to go get Sapphire, Return of the Jedi Sapphire for $140 a box.
10 minutes ago.
Yeah,
10 minutes
ago. Hyperspace for $150 a box. Used to get, dude.
I know.
Literally.
We should still be able to get. And I blame the current administration in the U.S. government on this, but we should be able to get Return of the Jedi Sapphire and Phantom Menace Sapphire for $150. You know what I mean? A box like that. That's ridiculous. And it's funny to me because, and this is just my last little rant. I'm going to rant this just a little bit. It's funny to me that I get on Dave and Adams and it tells me the percentage of the product that they still have. And I'm looking at it and it's like they haven't moved it and they haven't lowered it. And I'm like, there's no demand on this product and you're letting it sit on the shelf. And I'm like, I would buy it if it was where it should be. And then if it was where it should be, then like more people in the community would be excited and having a good time right now. It's ridiculous. It's the big boxes. It's the big corporations. It's the government.
I blame Tony.
It is Tony's fault.
I blame Tony. David Adams went, you know what? We've got to stop this Star Wars Sith guy. They're raising the price on everything.
I know.
Tony's fault.
Yep, that's true. It's got to be. Him and the current administration
It's the Mayo boom that ruined everything. In 10 years, the market study is going to be Mayo. What happened in 2026, the Mayo boom, Tony's fault.
Well, it was our fault too, because we went to Japan and started making it. We made Mayo happen,
You just had to pull the first super, huh?
Yeah, maybe I did. I might not have.
You just had to pull. You had to pull the first PSA 20 super.
Yeah, that did happen. But so it's my fault too. Well, this was fun. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for vibing with us yet again. We appreciate you guys and Tahin.
Not sponsored, but
dude, we put that around on all of the rims of all of our glasses, so we can have a spicy day.
The bottle.
What? Wild. Well, heck yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to obviously hanging out with you and doing an in real life stream, making more content of us running around the convention, meeting Mark Hamill. Hopefully, we can bootleg some footage of Mark Hamill. They'll probably hide him behind the curtain. They'll probably hide him back there, but should be fun. If you guys, one thing I want to leave us with, if you guys want to hop in the Discord and give us tours of your collection, we'd like to highlight more of what you guys have been collecting, what you've chased, what you've found and been able to obtain. So we've got a few starting points that we'll try to jump into next week on that. But share those with us. We want to know. We want to know what you guys have treasured and found. You D-gens.
Yeah. All right, boys. Appreciate you for rocking with us. This is week 15. Guys, 15 weeks in a row. We haven't missed one. Next week will be 16. That is officially 4 months. Oh, shit.
Dude, it's our Sweet 16.
4-month anniversary next week. All right,
Let's
guys.
go.